welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Connie. Well, we are going to make a sweet treat. It's called gluten-free, sugar-free Millionaire bars. So we're going to start off with our first layer, and it's going to be kind of like a Rice Krispie treat, but we're going to use our puffed quinoa in there. So I've got 2 sticks of butter, and I've got a half a cup of my monk fruit in here, and I'm going to get that all melted down. Then we're going to be adding a cup of our heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to put a half a cup of peanut butter in there. And I'm going to use one of the packages of the Chalk Zero marshmallows. Get all that melted up. Then we'll put the quinoa in, and then we're going to spread that in this. Now this is going to be a layer treat. So the bottom layer will be like a Rice Krispie. Then we're going to make a layer of caramel that's going to go on top of that. And then we'll have some chocolate on top of that. And they are going to be really yummy. So we are going to take this for our 4th of July party that we're having. And I would say they will probably be a pretty big hit. So we're going to start melting all this stuff together, and we'll come back when we get it all put together so you kind of see what the end product is supposed to look like. All right, guys, we're back. This is what the puffed quinoa looks like. Now, I said 6 cups of the puffed quinoa, but I did add a little bit more to try to get your consistency where it's not dry, it's coated, but it's not too marshmallowy either. Otherwise, you're going to get kind of soft texture. We learned that the hard way. So our next layer is going to be our caramel layer. So we've got our sweetened condensed milk here. So we're going to use 14 ounces of that. I've got a half a cup or a stick of butter in here. We're going to use a 1/4 of a cup of our maple allulose syrup. And then we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is going to make that caramel, that really good caramel sauce. So we will cook this down. And then we will come back and show you about putting that. We're just going to spread that over to the top of this. So we'll show you what that caramel looks like when it gets done. Okay guys, we're back. This is our beautiful caramel that we're going to put on this. Now I will tell you that right now this is my favorite caramel recipe. I've got several of them out there, but we've been using this one to do turtles. It just stays nice and soft even when you put it in the refrigerator. So I'm just going to pour that over the top of our quinoa bars. And then we'll let this set up in the fridge for a little bit. Then all I'm going to do is melt about a cup of my Chalk Zero sugar-free chocolate chips. Put that on top of this. And again, let everything set up. And we will have our Millionaire bars. So these are going to be yummy, and you'll see the finished product in just a little bit. See you. Hey guys, this is Cooking with Connie. This week's sneak peek, these are Millionaire bars. We got a nice crispy quinoa layer, a caramel layer, and our chocolate. Everything sugar-free, gluten-free, delicious. You don't want to miss it, so check out this week's Cooking with Connie for all your gluten-free, sugar-free cooking needs. See you soon.